It's another Saturday when we bring you your favorite security and safety tonic. Every week we bring you the information you need to keep your life safe and secured. Welcome to our program today. My name still remains Patrick Abambo. Today we'll be looking at a number of issues. But first, we will be going straight to the incident in Damasak, where there were some media reports suggest this that the insurgents, Boko Haram and ISWAP terrorists took over the community. But we can tell you for free that that is not true. That is outright fake news. There was an attack, but the able Nigerian troops were able to overcome them and kill so many of them, including including their commanders. We must commend the officers and men of 5 Brigade, led by my friend, my brother, Brigadier General Tilawan. Tilawan, in fact, he went around the community to see and make sure that everybody is safe in that community, talking about Damasak in Borno State. And he interacted with some of the citizens in the community. Else, the video is on the screen for you to see, and you will hear him and see him talk with the people.
So, gentlemen, today is 15th of April. Everything is working in Damasak. Yes. Muna now on ground. But that's the shiko wa do ariga everywhere nzu ariga to shiko. Thank you.
Commander 5 Brigade in Damasak, they're talking about Brigadier General Tilawan, showing that yes, the Nigerian troops are in control of that community and all the environs. Let's go straight to give you the update on the issue of coronavirus situation in Nigeria and the globe. Sit back as we'll bring you this report put together by Peggy Agbe of Security Watch Africa when the National Primary Health Care Development Agency held their press briefing yesterday.
Since the inception of coronavirus infection, there have been loads of reported cases and millions of deaths all over the world. Countries in Africa and Nigeria had a fair share of the virus, and government has tried to source for vaccines for its citizens. Many countries across Europe are building up measures to cope a new wave of the COVID-19 infections that has once again left hospitals struggling to cope with the third wave of the virus. Security Watch Africa was present at the press conference organized by the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency (NPHCDA) on updating Nigerians on the status of COVID-19 vaccination. At the briefing, the executive director of the NPHCDA, Dr. Faisal Shuaib, gave insights about the vaccination so far in Nigeria.
Since the vaccination program was officially rolled out on the 15th of April 2021, a total of 8,439 mild adverse events following immunization (AEFI) have been reported. These range from pain, swelling at the site of the inoculation to body pains and nausea. Similarly, 52 cases of moderate to severe incidents of AEFI have been reported. These presented as fever, vomiting, diarrhea, headaches, dizziness, and allergic reactions. 5 states have the highest records of the mild AEFI, namely Kaduna 970, Cross River 859, Yobe 541, Kebbi 511, and Lagos 448. There has been no deaths from administration of the vaccine. We have also not diagnosed any case of blood clots related to the administration of the AstraZeneca vaccines. Nevertheless, we are working with NAFDAC, NCDC, and the academia to set up a more active surveillance system which is built on our experience with polio surveillance in this vaccination phase.
The World Health Organization's WHO country representative, Dr. Walter Molumbo, added that WHO is working to enhance steady availability of the vaccines to countries in need of it.
WHO is currently engaged with the G7 and G20 to try and increase pressure on those countries who are holding the vaccine so that they could redistribute the doses and make them available through the COVAX mechanism or through bilateral agreement to countries that need them the most.
Currently in Nigeria, cases of coronavirus infection is reportedly low in the last 4 weeks, which coincides with the beginning of the COVID-19 vaccination. Security Watch Africa sought to find out reasons for this.
Even before the first and second waves, we've seen that compared to United States, Europe, some Latin American countries, that African countries, especially Nigeria and a few others, have not witnessed the high levels of the incidence and mortality from COVID-19 as in other places. It doesn't mean that we did not also experience severe cases, but whether there is a reason for the low rates of infection. Of course, we also must be mindful that the Presidential Task Force has also done a great job of instituting all of those public health measures that will curb the incidence of the disease. Many of the activities that the Presidential Task Force has implemented are now being replicated by other countries. So, on the one hand, yes, we might not have experienced the same aggression in terms of the infection and the death rates, but on the other hand, there's also the fact that the Presidential Task Force instituted measures that will curb the pandemic.
While government is working tirelessly to ensure vaccines availability, we should all follow the etiquette of COVID-19 as instructed by the World Health Organization and Nation Centers for Disease Control. Stay safe. Peggy Agbe, Security Watch Africa, Abuja.
We must always endeavor to stay safe and put on your face mask at all times when you're in public, and so you can protect and keep your loved ones and yourself safe from all types of infection, particularly coronavirus infection. Yes, let's go quickly to the report we started last week talking about our visit to Imo State and what the Imo State government and indigents are talking concerning the Imo State Police Command led by CP Nasiru Mohammed. Sit back as we bring you this report put together by Ernest Enuneku.
Imo State, known as the heartland of eastern Nigeria, is one of the many states in Nigeria faced with enormous security challenges. From kidnapping to armed robbery, cultism, murder, and most recently, secessionist activity leading to attacks on security infrastructure and killing of security operatives. It has been one issue or another. This has perpetually put the Imo State Command of the Nigerian Police Force on the edge. With the arrival of CP Nasiru Mohammed as the new Commissioner of Police of the state about 2 months ago, the road for policing primacy became clearer, particularly with the arrest of many suspects who hitherto were brazenly carrying on with cult activities, kidnapping, and robbing innocent residents. The government and people of the state are full of praises for the Imo State Police Command under the leadership of CP Nasiru Mohammed. When Security Watch Africa visited the state recently and met with the governor of the state, Senator Hope Uzodimma, the governor, who is passionate about security and welfare of residents of the state, spoke on the security of Imo State and what the police have been doing to make the state safer with the partnership and support from his government.
Before we came, Imo State was full of this kidnapping here, armed robbery there, gangsterism there. But when we came, we were able to put together a joint committee made up of Nigerian police, the army, the police, the Air Force, and other security agencies, who floated a security outfit called Operation Search and Flush, with every agency manning their own area of assignment. And that dramatically reduced the rate of crime in Imo State. You will agree with me, you can confirm from residents here, that kidnapping has gone to the barest minimum down. Armed robbery is almost eliminated. The recent activities of this Eastern Security Network working for IPOP, Nigerian police has done a lot of arrests, and the intelligence have been collected, and it's a continuous program that we must continue to do to eventually bring their activities under control. So I can tell you that Imo State people are very appreciative of the work the Nigerian police has been doing here since I came as the governor, and they will continue to give the relevant support needed to make them function better. Like I've said in many fora, Nigerian police is capable and able. All they need is the cooperation of all of us, so to enable them work as designed.
Some residents of the state bear their minds on security and policing in the states.
Security men are doing well. To the best of our knowledge, Imo Lights, they are briefing us, and we are giving them information on how to go about it. So they are doing well. Everybody should relax. Conditions, situations will be stable very soon, because the CP has been wonderful. He has been responding to calls, no matter the area. In the next 10-15 minutes, the police are there. So their response is very, very okay.
We've not been expecting these things to happen around us here, but unfortunately it's happening. So it's an opportunity for us to still continue to beckon upon the security agencies, the police, armed forces, to do enough to still, continue protecting the people. They shouldn't relent. With the attacks, by unknown gunmen, and the way they are getting kind of worried. I listen to people, people who comment on radio too. Most of the times they say these attacks are necessary by unknown gunmen, because these policemen are our fathers, brothers, mothers, uncles. Whoever is behind these attacks, I think the security agencies should do enough to unravel them, so that people will know who are these unknown gunmen. There may be people, few columnists who may, be capitalizing on what is happening all over the nation to create tension in Igbo land. That's the way I see it. So for the police, they are trying.
The only thing I urge everybody to do is to help support Nigerian police, every Nigerian, with what they have done. I think they need support, they need encouragement from the masses. We need to encourage them. And the people in the authority also need to help. I once heard about Nigerian Police Trust Fund. I don't know how it goes. If such things still exist, people like us will put our widows' might, because they have done a lot.
In the past 1 week, the peace of the state has been shattered by attacks on the State Police Command headquarters, some police stations, and correctional center by secessionist agitators. Parts of this security infrastructure were burned, and almost 2,000 suspects in police cells and inmates at the correctional facilities were set free. The police command has promised, and working in synergy with other security agencies, to restore normalcy and bring to book perpetrators of these recent attacks in the states. Ernest Enuneku, Security Watch Africa, Owerri, Imo State.
we must say kudos to the Commissioner of Police, Imo State, and his men for ensuring that they quickly bounce back and took control of the security situation in that state. Yes, not too far from Imo State, we are going across to Enugu State to bring you our interaction with the Commissioner of Police in Enugu State, talking about CP Ndasu Aliyu, and where he told us what his command is doing to ensure that there is security in Imo State, still by NS Enugu.
Enugu State, also known as the Coal City, known as the political headquarters of the southeastern Nigeria, has continued to show political leadership in the region. The influx of people into the state on a daily basis has increased expectations on security agencies to keep the state safe. The Nigerian Police Force, being the lead agency in internal security, has continued to work around the clock to ensure that residents of the state, despite security threats, are protected and go about their lawful businesses. The Commissioner of Police, Enugu State Police Command, CP Mohammed Ndatsu Aliyu, upon assumption of office as a helmsman of the command, faced the security challenges of the state headlong, armed with the community policing strategy of the Inspector General of Police, IGP Mohammed Abubakar Adamu. This, he says, has helped him checkmate the crime rates in the states.
Community policing rooted down to what we now call the recruitment of special constables, who are now the special constabulary. And you know, by history, it has been an existing thing. It is the dynamism of the period we are that makes also the development on the way it should be operated now, which I think it's giving more of insight, because if you are down to your community, you cannot go to the other communities. You are restricted to your communities. Your community, you know more, and people know you. And because of that, your ear is to the ground. You can get an insight. You can gather intelligence at ease. And because of that, it is easy for us to go on the nefarious crimes that used to take place in the community, because we already have the target through the intelligence we get if they are not able to make the arrest themselves.
Security Watch Africa, during a visit to the state, had an interaction with CP Aliyu, where he outlined some of the successes the command has recorded under his watch.
4 variety of vehicles recovered, which include Camry of 2.2, 2.4 capacity. We have tricycles of 2 numbers that were also recovered. We have motorcycle 2 numbers. The firearms we have, which include 1 AK-49, we have 5 recovered. That is assorted. That is about, I'm talking of AK-47 and pump action. We have also recovered 7.6 mm rounds of live ammunition of 76 in number, and the 9 mm rounds of live ammunition, about 4. We also have cartridges recovered 10. We have machetes 1. We have mobile phone recovered from armed robbery suspects 5. We have solar inverter batteries. These are people that go to rob the mask stand. The guard will be tied to one of the objects and batteries will be removed.
Ernest Enuneku, Security Watch Africa, Enugu State.
Welcome back. This report from Enugu was done about a month ago, the time of the former Inspector General of Police, IGP Mohammed Abubakar Adamu, and that is why the CP referred to the tenure of the former IGP. Now we have a new IGP who is doing everything to ensure that the nation Nigeria is safe. Yes, we'll quickly go back to the IGP himself, talking about IGP IGP Usman Alkali Baba. During the week, he held a meeting with his AIGs and the CPs from various states of the country on the way forward for the Nigeria Police. Sit back as we bring you this report by Shekina Chinkere.
The Inspector General of Police, IGP Usman Alkali Baba, on Thursday had an inaugural conference with the Zonal Assistant Inspectors General of Police, Commissioners of Police, and other heads of police formation at the force headquarters in Abuja. At the meeting, the IGP unveiled his new policing vision and crime-fighting strategies, which he says will help to restore public confidence in the police force and security to the nation.
Our policing vision is to restore police primacy in the internal security architecture of the country by engaging, 1, cutting-edge policing technology and integrate intelligence-led policing practices to our functions with a view to strengthening our capacity to stabilize the internal security order and restore public confidence in the Nigerian police force. 2, giving full effect to the concept of community policing and deliver quality police service that will be guided by the principles of public accountability and conformity to the rule of law.
This meeting coming barely a week after IGP Baba had met with strategic commanders from South-South and Southeast of Nigeria, offered the police helmsman the opportunity to announce the disbandment of some satellite offices of the IGP monitoring team.
I have directed the immediate reform of the IG monitoring unit. This involved the disbandment of the satellite offices of the unit in Lagos and Port Harcourt, the streamlining of the personnel profile of the unit at the force headquarters to a number not more than 50, the banning of the units from undertaking any criminal investigation, including taking over cases from commands. Under the current dispensation, the unit will only operate within their original mandate, which is to investigate complaints of professional infractions that may be alleged against any serving member and as may be referred to them by the Office of the Inspector General of Police.
As Nigerians hope for better policing and improved security in the country, the new IGP has promised to work assiduously to ensure that every part of the country is secured, as police under his watch will operate only in the context of their original mandate: human rights compliance, humane and people-driven. Shekina Chinkere, Security Watch Africa, Abuja.
Welcome back. Yes, quickly, we will go to Lagos, where there was a security summit for Ajegunle, popularly known as Eje City. We are finding out to look at what better way to take care of security in that community. Sit back as we bring you this report, still by Shekina Chinkere.
The quest for territorial control and patronage by politicians are major factors fueling cultism in Nigeria. This was part of the views a security expert and media executive, Patrick Agbambo, who is also the Chief Executive Officer of Security Watch Africa. Mr. Patrick said this during his presentation at the first Ajegunle Security Summit put together by a concerned organization based in Ajegunle and held at the Nigerian Army Signal Barracks in Lagos State.
It's more of territory control. I want to be able to form a group of people who I can control this territory. And when I control this territory, I'm the Lord. So nothing happens in this environment without me, without my approval. And I have my foot soldiers who are ready to do anything. And as a crime lord, anything that is to be done, sadly, by politicians, they contract me to do it. Politicians contract the cult leaders because they want to be able to control the communities. And that is sad. Politicians, which should be our leaders, are the ones patronizing cultists, are the ones patronizing the street urchins, who shouldn't be at all. But these are the things that fuel cultism. So and you see cultists They go into house-to-house robbery, they go into traffic robberies, they go into serious drug abuse. We talked about drug abuse earlier. They go into a lot of things to be able to make a living.
Chief amongst those who spoke at the event is the Executive Chairman at Jeromi Felodun Local Government Area, Honorable Fatai Ayola. In his speech, he called for synergy amongst the security agencies.
We need a good synergy between the security forces. As it is right now, the synergy is weak. The mode of command operations, if DSS have information, they send it first to Abuja. Abuja sends it to the state command. By the time it comes to the DPO of the local government, the information is already stale. There is no synergy between the forces. This is what we need to work on so that we can have a peaceful environment.
The man who hosted the summit and Commander Nigeria Army Signal Corps in Lagos, Colonel Siti Lampudu, said that everybody and every security agency in Ajegunle is important and must work together for the security of the area.
Oh, sadly, we won't be able to complete this report, but by God's willing, we will continue with it at the next episode of this program. Yes, I want to tell you that right now, the father of the Chief of Defense Intelligence, talking about Major General Samuel Abiodun Adebayo, his father, late most senior apostle, Dr. Babatunde Ayinde Adebayo, is being buried in Ibadan. We wish him eternal rest, and he lived a fulfilled life at the ripe age of 103 years old before he left this earth. We wish that his family will be strengthened to be able to carry on where their father left. So yeah, we're getting signal to leave to further programs to continue. But if you did enjoy watching this, endeavor to watch us again next week, or follow us on our social media platform. You can watch our previous editions of this program, or send your comments or views to us so we can get you a response from any security agency you want answers from. Until we come away again next week, I say thanks for staying tuned and bye for now.